All right, let's make sure audio's working. All right, audio's working. We're good. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Malin. Welcome back to the Madden 26 Tampa Bay Buccaneers rebuild live stream series. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do in the meantime with the channel is I'm going to alternate between this Bucks rebuild that I've got going on in Madden 26 and MLB The Show 26 as well. I'm still planning on continuing both of these series with the MLB The Show. My character is the road to the show, and we are currently in the playoffs with the Houston Astros. So that is going to be a live stream that I'm going to continue. Hopefully, if not tomorrow, next. Well, I can't even really say next week because I'll actually be out of town next week. Starting on Sunday, really through like Tuesday afternoon. Although I might do another stream next Tuesday night, depending on what I want to do, because I'm also taking off from work on Wednesday. But that just depends on how things go and what I want to do. But in the meantime, we're getting ready to start up the Buccaneers rebuild again. We are in season number 2 after we completed our first season, where we actually did make the postseason and won a playoff game. But we also had some departures. Mike Evans retired. He was not able to be a free agent and go somewhere else, but we still have Baker Mayfield as our starting quarterback, 86 overall. We did sign Davis Mills to be the backup. I'll probably sign a third-string quarterback here before we start the season, just to fill out the roster. Bucky Irving is still our starting running back, 87 overall. If he doesn't get into the 90s within the next couple of years, I'm not going to hesitate to draft a running back. We actually did draft one, Katron Allen, although he was a little bit of a later round pick out of Penn State. We took him. We also did sign Aaron Jones to a one-year deal, 78 overall. And we have Josh Williams, the fourth-string guy. We signed Blossom Game as our fullback. Wide receiving core has taken a hit. Without Mike Evans, our top guy is now Chris Godwin, who is going to be getting into it. He was now in his 30s. So I wonder how much better he's going to get than what he is right now. He has superstar dev, but at 82 overall, I don't really know. And I was hoping there was going to be a good receiver in free agency to sign after Mike Evans retired, but there really wasn't anything better than who was there. But we do have Ibuka, who was a rookie last year. Hopefully, he can progress even more from being an 81 overall. Without Mike Evans, he is going to get more receptions. We did sign Elijah Moore in free agency, 76 overall, scheme fit guy. We still have McMillan. We have Johnson, Dennis Houston, and Cameron Johnson. But the big guy that we signed during the offseason who might help is Travis Kelce. Granted, he's 86 overall, and this could very well be his final season in the NFL. I wanted to get improvement at tight end, and I found improvement at tight end, albeit a 36-year-old Travis Kelce who's probably going into his last year. But I wasn't going to bring back Otten. We still have Durham, and we still have Devin Culp. Left tackle Tristan Wirfs are probably the best player on our roster, arguably. 96 overall, still doing well. We did sign Andre Dillard as a backup. David Edwards we signed to a one-year deal to be our starter at left guard. It is an improvement over who we were starting before. We did draft somebody, though, Chase Bisontis out of Texas A&M. He's coming in as 70 overall as a rookie. Barton is our center, 75 overall. We have Ben Scott backing him up again. Cody Mouch is still here, 79 overall, but he has an injury history. I couldn't find really improvements there. We have Gotke coming back at right tackle, 85 overall. And we did draft a right tackle in Nolan Rucci out of Penn State. Coming in at 62 overall doesn't really give me a lot of optimism, but at least gives us a depth for this first season of him as a rookie. I did go out and sign Geturgos Matos as a new starting edge rusher, but we also did sign, he's better than Anthony Nelson and David Walker or Muhammad Kamara. A right edge rusher, Diaby, 81, and we have Braswell. We didn't really draft anybody to help out there, but we still have Elijah Roberts along with Vita Vea. Vea may have more years than I think. He's 31 years old, but he may have 2 more years left, I'm hoping. Excuse me, I had to sneeze, guys, sorry. And then we have Hoochmacher and C.J. Brewer bringing up the rear. Sam linebackers are a complete makeover. Dennis Gardeck and Jacob Phillips. I signed them as stopgap guys. 74 overall, Nicholas Murrow was another one of our free agent signings. But we also drafted Anthony Hill Jr. in the first round. Anthony Hill, I think, is going to eclipse Murrow as the starter in terms of overall rating during the season. So I would not be surprised at that. Alex Singleton is another free agent pickup we had. He's right now our best linebacker at 77. We also drafted Harold Perkins Jr. out of LSU. Their linebacking core needed an upgrade, especially after Levante David retired, so we addressed some needs there. Jamal Dean is still our starting corner. We brought him back on a new contract. McCollum is going to be the backup behind him. A second corner, we still have Parrish, who developed actually decently as a rookie. He's 81 overall, and he has superstar dev. We also did sign Alontae Taylor for depth, and we have Morrison still here. And we did draft Daniel Harris of Georgia coming in at a 69 overall. And we have Williams, Antoine Winfield Jr., one of our best players, 92 overall. Marcus Banks is going to back him up at J.J. Roberts. Strong safety, we didn't do any changes there. Tyke Smith, 80 overall, and J.T. Grant. Kicker is Chase McLaughlin, and we actually, for the first time in a rebuild, I've never done this. For the first time in a rebuild, I actually drafted a kicker, Drew Stevens of Iowa. There weren't really any good players that were in the later rounds when I picked him that were at other positions, so I didn't want to reach too far. So I'm thinking that, hey, we've got a rookie kicker, and if McLaughlin leaves in the next year or two, we might have a good backup plan there. But we also signed Braden Mann, the former Philadelphia Eagle, is our new punter at 68 overall, and our long snapper is Evan Deckers, who I actually signed to a multi-year deal just so we don't have to deal with long snappers leaving every year. Because like I've said before, the way that Madden 26 changed up the rosters is that you actually have to have a long snapper on your team or else you can't play. So we have Deckers for that. And that is our roster. So is it a downgrade from last season's? Yes, but it's also about on par with what we had. I got to wonder how much the departure of Mike Evans will really impact this team, but that remains to be seen. So in the meantime, I do want to go ahead and check the free agent market and see who is really out here that may even be able to be of assistance. Mainly, I wanted to get a third-string quarterback, and Phillip Rivers is still in the league and has not retired yet. That's crazy. I'm going to bring in Jimmy G as a third-string quarterback for this year. Just to give us our third, just to fill out the roster a little bit, and we have a third stringer. I'm going to check a few other positions and see if there's any improvements that can be made there. Let's see. What is Aaron Jones' rating? I know he's not rated very high. Okay, well, he's 78. That's not really much of an improvement as far as backup running backs. Let me check maybe. There's no fullbacks available. Rest in peace, still Rondale Moore. Every time I see him, I think about that. Even then, he's still rated as 76. There's nobody. Tutu Atwell wouldn't be that bad of an option. Flournoy's out there. Brandon Cooks is still out there. He hasn't retired. Figured he would have by now. Treylon Burks is still out there, but I don't think any of these guys can really be much help. Austin Hooper wouldn't be bad of an option for a backup tight end. What's a Durham's rating behind? You know what, actually? Austin Hooper wouldn't be a bad signing for tight end depth, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and sign him to a one-year deal. Get a decent backup tight end in here. We should have enough cap space that we can sign a couple of free agents. So let me check, because our offensive line, I feel like, is just, not in great shape. But there's really nobody that's a massive upgrade. Edge rushers, I really got what I could get. And these guys are not improvements. What about our defensive tackle position? Like outside of Vita Vea. Okay, well, 76 with Cansey is not that bad. The linebacking core, I really feel like if there's a free agent out here who could be of assistance, we might need to look at that. There's no Sam linebackers. Middle linebackers, Eric Kendrick's the top guy. Justin Strnad, he wouldn't be too. No, that's not really much of an improvement. Kendall Fuller is out here. What's the corner situation looking like in terms of like how good we are at all those positions? Okay, well we got 3 guys in the 80s. Signing him would not really be much of a help. Maybe a safety. Epps is out there. The only thing is, he's not a scheme fit guy. I mean, those are backups anyway. Nick Folk is actually out here. But I don't want to bring in another kicker. I don't think that's necessary. And there's no long snappers. All right. So I signed Jimmy Garoppolo to be a backup. I wonder if I can change his number to something that sort of suits him. Him wearing 16 is a weird look. 9's available. Let's go ahead and give him 9. And Austin Hooper, we also signed. That is an improvement at backup tight end. Man, we got 2 starters basically there. Hooper started for many years. We'll just leave him at 83. All right. So we're going to go ahead and simulate through the preseason. Not really too worried about this. Well, we lost our first game, and we got a new injury. Let me check the depth chart, make sure this is ordered properly. Yeah, reorder. Yeah, Godwin is still hurt. I better take a look at the injury report if that's the case. Mouch is also still hurt. Yeah, Anthony Hill Jr., after playing 1 preseason game, is already 1 point behind Murrow for being better than him. So Hill is going to be our starting middle linebacker, and if he does well, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins Rookie of the Year. So that's that. Is Roberts hurt or something? Yeah, he's hurt. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a look at the injury report because this. So Chris Godwin got hurt with a back strain. Man, he's our new number 1 receiver at this point. If he's going to keep being injury prone like this, I mean, he already has an injury history with, the torn ACL he had, a few years back. Something good. Week to week with a back strain. Mouch is still 3 to 5 weeks away, complete MCL tear. And Roberts is still 3 to 5 weeks out. Nolan Rucci has a broken collarbone. Our backup rookie right tackle is out in 5 to 9 weeks. Wow. Well, we're definitely starting the season not healthy, so that doesn't make me feel too great. We did score 27 points in our first preseason game, so Baker Mayfield might have a little bit more on his plate to deal with, having to kind of carry the offense, so to speak. And once again, we lost, and we have another new injury. And it's Aaron Jones. He has a dislocated ankle. He's out 4 to 8 weeks. Well, I mean, do I go out and sign another running back at this point, though? Because if that's the case, the rookie, Katron Allen, it might be time, I'd be okay with him because we still also have Josh Williams as a third backup. So I'm actually not going to go out and sign a running back. We do also have to get the roster down to 53 after this game against the Dolphins. So, yeah. What other injuries do we still have to deal with? So, Mausch is supposed to be back in basically 4 weeks, so he's going to miss like probably the first 3 games of the season. But Roberts is like a third string safety, so I'm not too worried about him. David Walker also is banged up still. These guys must be coming off injuries from last year based on the fact that it's like MCL tear, PCL, ACL. These guys are new. Rucci has a broken collarbone, 4 to 8 weeks, but he's a backup right tackle. But let me take a look actually at the tackle spot, because I know he's not our starter. Godke is our starter. Ben Shamuka is not as bad as Rucci, so I think I'm okay there for now. But if we have more injuries that start piling up, I think I'm going to have to go to the free agent market within the first few weeks of the season. So we won our first and only preseason game against the Dolphins. So we won by 14 points, 24-10. And looks like, according to the right side, Justin Tucker, who's with the Bills, just got cut. And Cole Kmet of the Bears got traded. It's like somewhere. Cole Kmet is finalized with the Bears. Doesn't say where he was traded to. Drew Allar is the starting quarterback of the Jets. Kate Klubnik is the starting quarterback now for the Raiders. But now we got to cut 17 players. It's going to be a lot of cuts to make. I want to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster just to be safe. I feel comfortable with that. Based on the fact that Aaron Jones is still hurt, we're going to have to keep all of the running backs that we have, because even when he comes back, I mean, who knows how healthy he's really going to be. I was really hoping Aaron Jones would be a good guy to, carry the load also. How many receivers we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But Cameron Johnson is also our kick and punt returner. But I'm going to move him to the practice squad. That's a risk, but I got to take it. As far as our tight end room, Culp, I'm going to move him to the practice squad. We signed Austin Hooper, so that's an improvement there. The offensive line is getting kind of banged up. However, Bastonis, but if I move to the practice squad, I feel like he's going to get picked up, and I don't want to risk losing a rookie to another team. There's Matos. Mohamed Kamara, I'm going to move him to the practice squad. Defensive tackles, we got a bunch of these. CJ Brewer, I'm just going to go and cut him. Hoochmacher, I'm going to move him to the practice squad. So now we've got 4. And you know what? Gostis, I'm going to cut him. So we have Roberts, Cansey, and Vea, plus the guys we have on our practice squad. We don't have any depth at strong side linebacker, so I'm not going to do any cuts there. I'm going to move Jackson to the practice squad. Anthony Hill Jr. is still 1 point short of Murrow. But once he gets better, I'm gonna move him to the starting role. Bullock, I'm moving him to the practice squad. I don't think we can cut Dennis without a cap penalty. Yeah, it'll incur a penalty. So yeah, I'm not going to cut him. Let's see how many corners we got. 2, 3, 6. Okay, we got 9 total. Williams, I'm just going to cut him. Daniel Harris, I'm going to move him to practice squad. I'm going to have to take that risk. And Bryce Hall, let's see how many corners we got. 2, 3, 6. I'm going to cut Haynes and risk the penalty. I want to keep 6 corners. Still got to make a lot of cuts, though. All right, what am I going to do about this kicker situation? I'm going to have to move Stevens to the practice squad. Although I'm worried he'll probably get snatched up by somebody. We only have 1 long snapper. We got to keep him active. Still got to cut 5 players. I'm going to just have to cut Dennis Houston, too, for numbers. I'll have to move Bestosis to the practice squad. Don't want to see our rookies get snatched up, but I'm going to take the $80K penalty for cutting Dennis. I'm just going to cut Bryce Hall, too. I'm just going to have to cut him. All right, I still got to cut one more player. Recommended. Let's just take a look there. I don't want to cut Singleton. He's our new starter. I don't want to cut him. I'm going to move Josh Williams to the practice squad. I mean, obviously, Aaron Jones is probably going to come back soon. Let me see. Let me go to spend some of those points on Todd Bowles here. We got some points to spend. No, we don't have enough for that. What else? What do we have enough for? No, we don't have enough for that either. Let's do that. Just with 9 points. Okay. 63% approval rating, still pretty good. Coming off a playoff season, but our roster is, taking a little bit of a thump. Let me take a look at the injury report going into. We're not going to start the regular season just yet. You know what? After this week, it's like a bye week basically before the regular season begins. Everybody's getting their rosters finalized. I'll take a look at the landscape and just see kind of what I want to do. Because I think I may honestly need to sign some players. You know what? I'm going to go to the download center and see if there's like a newer roster that maybe I can download. 2027 draft full. It tells me this one might be. Let's see about this one. I want to take a look at it first before I go forward and see how accurate it actually is. All right, Levitt, Allen, Stewart, Raiola, Lagway, Sayin. Okay. This one isn't too bad. So Micah Hudson in there, Red Raider. Okay, well, let's see. Let me take a look at the injury report and see who is banged up. Okay, so Moush is still week to week. You're still week to week. Tristan Wirfs is in. Our second best player our best player on the team, highest rated player, has a high ankle sprain. He's going to miss the first game. Jones is still out 3 to 5 weeks. You're still out 3 to 5 weeks. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough sledding. Let me go to the depth chart and check on a few things here. Okay, so we only have like 2 running backs that are going to be active for the opening game of the season. I could bring up, and to get Josh Williams like off the practice squad, I'd have to cut somebody. But I don't want to cut anybody right now. We're already thin, like everywhere. Godwin is healthy enough to start, but then again, I don't know how long he's going to be healthy for. I feel like he's going to get nicked up again. Travis Kelce is actually up 3 points. He's up to an 89 now compared to the 86 that he came in at the regular season. So we're going to have Andre Dillard as our starter on opening day, who's a 69 overall. We're going to have an 80 overall. I don't know how good we're going to be, really. I mean, our offensive line is not too bad, but we still got a lot of hurdles, a lot of mountains to climb. I'm going to wait for a few games, maybe until the midpoint of the season, and see what the ratings are before I pull the trigger on giving Anthony Hill Jr. the start at middle linebacker. He's going to start at some point this season. I just know that he's going to be good enough to start, but I'm not ready to do that quite yet. So since we cut our previous punt returner in Cameron Johnson, Benjamin Morrison, you know what? Let's let the rookie get in there. Let's let Katron Allen, our rookie running back, get in there and return kicks and punts. Get himself warmed up a little bit. He's rated 83 as a kickoff and punt returner. So let's put him back there and see what he can do. I mean, I'm not saying I expected to draft this guy to be the new starting running back, yeah, but at the same time, I think he is somebody who can be helpful in that regard. So we got McCollum starting there. Third down back is still going to be Irving. He's still the best rated guy. Our best gadget guy is Travis Kelce of anybody. I mean, it kind of makes sense based on what he did in Kansas City. All right. So here we go. Let's advance to the middle of the season and see where this team is at. Hopefully we're not like 1-6. But fortunately for us, our quarterback is Baker Mayfield. I'm not saying I'm not saying he's a top 5 quarterback, but he's at least top 10. If you really think about it. So hopefully Mayfield, with the weapons he has, is going to be able to do something this season. And we've started out very well for being as injured as we are going into the season. We have started off the season 5-2. Wow. Okay. Well, we actually got 90 skill points to spend, so I'm definitely going to spend some of those on Todd Bowles here and get like 3 upgrades. So let's definitely do that. Okay, very nice. Okay, so scouting national focus, delegate decision staff. We got trade offers for Jalen McMillan. Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look. So the Panthers want him for a strong safety who's 70 overall, 2027 late pick. Oh, we got only 2 offers. DJ Jones, that would not be the worst thing. He would be a backup. DJ Jones wouldn't be too bad. Let me take a look at, McMillan is now our 3rd receiver. He's still a young guy. We do have Elijah Moore. But I just don't know. Okay, well, Godwin actually is up to an 84 now. We did draft Ibuka. You know what? Let me check the defensive tackle position here. Well, we could get another piece to go with. Cansey's a 77. But it wouldn't be the worst thing for us to have another pick and get DJ Jones, who's with the Lions right now. Looks like he was a former Bronco. Ranson would be basically a backup strong safety for us? Because our current strong safety is, an 80 overall? Yeah, Tyke Smith is an 81. He would be an upgrade as a backup over TJ Gray, but Jones could still be a guy that's going to line up alongside Vea as a potential starter, and he also has a development trade. So I'm going to pull the trigger. Jalen McMillan, 76 overall receiver. Didn't think I was going to be giving up one of my receivers this season, but hey, we can always draft another one. I feel like we just made a trade, and we've got some more depth at defensive tackle now. Granted, our receiving core took a blow, so now we only have 4 receivers. I think I should go out and probably try to sign another one. So DJ Jones, who is a scheme fit, he is rated lower than Kancey, but it gives us more depth at defensive tackle. It gives a little bit more of a rotation there, and it's somebody who's decent. It's not somebody who's like an unknown. It gives us a decent piece there. Okay, so what's our roster numbers kind of looking like? Because we're at 53 players, and I just feel like I need to go out and sign another receiver at this point because we traded McMillan. I feel like we should just go ahead and do that. I want to find a scheme fit guy. I'm going to bring in Traylon Burks. I know this means we're going to have to cut somebody or send somebody down to the practice squad, but I need another receiver because we just traded away one of ours, so I feel more comfortable with getting another receiver in here to help us out who has some credibility. Burks is right now our lowest rated receiver, sure, but hey, he was decently productive in Tennessee, so he just adds more depth. And I feel like I feel better with 5 receivers as opposed to 4 active receivers as far as the amount of receivers we have. This does mean, though, that somebody's going to have to get cut. But let me check the injury report because I want to see if any of the guys who have been nicked up are going to come back. We've got no injuries. Okay, this actually might be good. Okay, if that's the case, then I think we might be able to. Okay, well, I don't want to. Okay, well, I forgot. Aaron Jones is back in the fold. It means we have 3 running backs now. So, but it does mean since we have some more players active on the offensive line, we might be able to make some adjustments to send somebody down. Because Mouch is back and healthy. So, yeah, and so is Rucci. So, Benjamin, I'm sending him down to the practice squad. And since Rucci is back and he's able to play and be the backup. And getting more to what's going on the field, I got to take a look at our schedule. I got to see how we've been doing. So we opened up against the Carolina Panthers, who we beat to get in the postseason last year, and we continued our success against them with an 8-point win. We started out the season 4-0. We lost our first game to the Lions on the road, but it was a close loss. But we came, and then we went to, but we bounced back on the road in Denver and beat the Broncos pretty handily. We just lost to the Bengals. And also, we only beat the Browns by 2, but we still beat them. Beat the Vikings by 3, and we beat the Panthers again. So we've already played the Panthers twice, and we've beaten them by scoring 31 points in both games. So we've already played the Panthers twice. So I got to see, is there any other team in the NFC South who is capable of catching us? And right now, the Panthers, who we just beat twice, are the second best team at 3-3. The Saints are 2-5, and the Falcons are 2-5. So once again, I've said it before. This is a pretty garbage division, truth be told. Maybe Travis Kelce is making a difference out there. Now, who knows? We do have 15 players that are ready to negotiate, and Baker Mayfield is one of them. Oh, goodness. We have $2.5 million in cap space, but that's not a lot. And we also have Vita Vea's contract up. And so is Diaby. Yeah, we got some. Okay, well with Mayfield and Vita Vea, we can't mess around. Mayfield wants a 3-year deal, $26 million, but we can't pay that right now. We only have $2.5 million. It's not enough. Yeah, see, it's not enough. We have to restructure contracts. We can't do any negotiations right now. We're just going to have to wait till the off season. But fortunately, we've got that 1 week. We can, franchise everybody. We can franchise guys and make sure we pay them. But I think honestly, we're gonna have to make some cuts in order to keep Mayfield. But 86 overall, if he was in the 90s, I would say no question about it. But I don't know if I want to give $26 million to an 86 overall QB, even if it is Baker Mayfield. But if we make a playoff run this year, let me go deep into the playoffs, maybe even get to the NFC Championship game or something like that, I got to bring him back. There's no way I'm going to let him walk. And I definitely want to bring back Vita Vea. There's no doubt about it. If I can't get Mayfield back, I definitely want to get Vita back. But we're going to have to cut some players for sure. Kelce might retire, which might free up some money. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Right now, we got to get through the rest of the season and see what happens. Starting out 5-2 is a pretty good sign, though. So I feel good about where we're headed. And we beat the Bears, so got back on the winning train because we lost to the Bengals last week. It looks like we got some award winners. And look at that, Mayfield. Hey, he's pleading his case for a new contract. NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 6-2. We're playing the Saints. They got 80s overalls across the board. Well, I think any divisional game this year, we're not going to have too many struggles in. And I say that as we lose to the Saints by 6. And we have another new injury. Well, Cansey is out. Well, I'm glad I made that trade for DJ Jones. If he's going to be out 3 to 5 weeks with a broken thumb, J.J. Roberts is hurt again, and so is Walker. Man, these guys are injury prone. No question about that. I don't know if our number situation has gotten any better. Okay, I need to go to something here. Members. Yeah, let me see here. clear cap penalties. All right. I don't know if that helps. That's a hack I learned. Because we do have some cap penalties because of some guys that we cut. Well, it doesn't help much. All right. Well, we've got the Steelers who are 4-5. So competition's getting a little bit bigger. I don't think the Steelers have Aaron Rodgers anymore. And we come back to we bounce back and beat the Steelers 31-19. We're 7-3, and in the division, we are looking pretty good. We're 2 games above the Saints. Granted, the Saints are, not too bad, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to catch us. As long as we keep winning. 30 points we can spend there, passing paranoia. Now this is where it gets tough. Wow, the Eagles are undefeated 9-0. They're coming to our place on Sunday Night Football. National TV game. This is a pretty big regular season game for us. Can we win this one? It'd be huge if we did. We lose to the Eagles by 3 points. We have 2 new injuries. Our starting center, Barton, is 3 to 5 weeks with a broken thumb. Clancy's still hurt, and McCollum is hurt. Dislocate ankle, 4 to 8 weeks. Our top corner. All right, I got to sign some free agent help now, especially with McCollum being out. I need to go get another corner. Who's out here and who's available? Witherspoon is out here and he fits our scheme. I'm signing him. We need some help at corner. And let me go out and see if I can get a center. Because Barton... Is anybody any better than our backup center or no? I need to know where our backup center is. Oh my gosh, Ben Scott is a 58. Yeah, no. We're signing somebody. Kristen Cullen, signing you. All right. I cut 2 players though because we did that. Yeah, so Colin automatically becomes our best guy to start. I'm going to move David Walker to the practice squad. So I got to cut another player, though. Yeah, and by the way, Anthony Hill Jr. has eclipsed Murrow as the starter. Hopefully he'll get even better. Well, I forget we actually do have Alontae Taylor. Jacob Parrish is actually not too bad. But, I mean, cornerback depth never hurts. J.J. Roberts, yeah, I'm moving you to the practice squad, dude. Okay. So we're in our bye week, which actually I think was a good time to sign some new guys in free agency to help with some of the injuries that we have. Plus, also, if we don't play, we'll give our guys a chance to get healthy. Because we have a game against the Rams. Ooh, they're not very good. They're 3-8. But still, we've lost to other teams. What's the division looking like? Okay, the Saints, they're starting to fall off the wagon a little bit. They've lost 2 in a row. We're still 7-4. I mean, we'd have to fall way off the cliff to not win the division and not make the postseason at this point because we're in a division that's not very good, at least for this year. Once again, it's just not very good. The Panthers, Falcons, Saints, they're all around the same record. They're all battling pretty much for second place right now. So, as far as the playoff picture right now, still have a few weeks to go. We'd be the number 4th seed playing the Lions at home. And so, looks like we're also in a maybe Thanksgiving week, I guess. I don't know. Are we? Let me check the schedule here. League schedule. Season week 13. No? 12. Oh, okay. Giants. Okay, so Thanksgiving week already passed. Okay. Yeah, we didn't play on Thanksgiving Day. All right. Playoff picture. Okay, well, still not doing any negotiations. So, yeah, we've signed some new free agents to help us out while we still are dealing with injuries. Hopefully it'll help. We can get back on the winning track against a 3-8 Rams team. And we don't. We lose by 10. And the Saints won, so they're a game behind us. Maybe 2 games, actually. More, but still, they're catching up. The Falcons are 5-7. What is our injury situation looking like? Okay, he's still out one, and McCollum is still going to miss. Yeah, okay, all right. Hopefully we get back. Hopefully we get on the winning track again against the Falcons. And we don't. We lost 41-17. What in the world is going on? Mouse is hurt again. Vita Vea has a torn. Oh, the injury bug is getting us so bad this season. I'm not going to put anybody on IR because Vea could still come back for the playoffs. We haven't lost our grip on the division just yet, but we're going to if we keep doing poorly. New ability unlocked. Jacob Parrish. Ooh, okay, well, this is good news. Tip drill. Parrish is getting better. Let me actually check the depth chart really quick. So I want to make sure that Anthony Hill Jr. is, in fact, starting. He is. Okay, good. So Anthony Hill Jr., yeah, he is definitely starting. So yeah, Dean Parrish is getting better. So maybe I really didn't need to sign Witherspoon. He helps with depth, but yeah, we're doing okay with Parrish. He's getting better. Wow. Okay, that's actually a young player that's progressing pretty well. The only problem is that these guys got to grow up in a hurry because we're about to lose our grip on the division if we lose another game. Okay, and the Ravens are very good. They're 10-3 with Lamar Jackson at QB. I'm going to risk the sim this time, and we have 2 divisional games coming up against the Saints and the Falcons. Extremely critical games, and we beat the Ravens by 1 point. Wow, we pull off an upset. I don't care what y'all say. That is an upset. And we're still leading our division by a game. The Falcons have now gotten to 2 games behind us, but the Saints are now only 1 game back. We got 51 skill points to spend, though, so let's spend some of those for top bowls. Let's see. Let's put it here. Spend 20 somewhere else. Let's do that. Fool me never. All right, cool. So now, playoff picture, we would still be in as the 4th seed. The Saints would actually be in the playoffs as the 7th seed? Oh, okay. Well, they're 7-7 now. So they don't have a losing record. For a second, I thought they had a losing record. But they don't. Speaking of the Saints, that's who we play this week. If we lose to the Saints, we might be in trouble. And we're in trouble. We lost our grip on the division. We lost that game by 3 points. Playoff picture drops us all the way down to the 7th seed now. We have to play Green Bay at number 2 if we continue this way. Speaking of Green Bay, we actually play them in the final week of the regular season. Those injuries are absolutely taking a toll on us. Vita Vea is still out 1 to 3 weeks, and even DJ Jones is banged up. McCollum is still week to week. But if we make the playoffs, Veda can come back. But if we make the playoffs, it's now become an if. I feel confident we'll beat the Falcons. And we beat the Falcons by 10. Great. But we are not leading our division. Let me check the schedule here. So we lost to the Saints. We lost to the Saints twice this season. Oh, goodness. Can't believe we lost to the Saints twice. We're starting out the season 5-2. Oh, man. We're in a little bit of trouble. Baker Mayfield. Oh, and Diaby. NFC and Offensive Defensive Players of the Week. All right, well, Sunday Night Football, we're playing the Packers. We still are in the playoff hunt, and we would actually play the Packers next week. So I'm going to play this game just to be able to hopefully give us a little bit of confidence going into our next game. But first things first, I got to check out our injury report. So Vita Vea is still week to week. He'll be back next week for the playoffs if we're in the playoffs, assuming we're in the playoffs. So here we go. Playing our final game of the regular season. It's on Sunday Night Football against the Packers. As of right now, if the playoffs started today, we would play Green Bay on the road again in Green Bay. I don't know if it'll be snowing, but who knows?
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside.
All right. So here we go. Sunday Night Football on the road here in Green Bay. Fortunately, it's not snowing out here. But we're playing a very good Packers team.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love.
And they got the first down. Right, 3rd and 10. Make a stop here. Oh, nope, short. 4th and 8, forced a field goal attempt. All right, here we are on offense. Got a red zone opportunity right here. On Irvin. Try to hit that hole a little bit quicker, but still turned into a decent gain of like 3 yards.
2nd and 7. They go play action with Mayfield. There's a short one to
3rd and 3.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, flag? Interference. Please. Pass interference? Yeah. Try to hit a Buka right there. First down. We will definitely accept the penalty there. Thank you, Green Bay. All right, 1 minute, 39, first quarter. Irving around touchdown. Let's go on the board. Big touchdown to answer that we needed. Packers don't score. Oh, no. All right, red zone chance. It's 1st and goal for them. Second quarter's just kind of getting underway. But it's incomplete. He dropped that ball. Good job. Green Bay and Tampa Bay used to be in the same division for many years in the NFC Central. So I feel like even though they don't play in the same division anymore, when the two teams meet, it still kind of has that rivalry feel to it, you know? And for us to possibly meet in the postseason next week would make it even sweeter. Oh! Short. 4th and goal. Force a field goal. Good job, defense. Way to stand tall.
But give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go.
All right, so Green Bay narrows the gap to 1 with a field goal. And we are on offense. We've got a 3rd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield.
Just got it off. Good job with Buka. Way to pick up that first. Let's go. All right. It's a 1st and 10. And we got the 2-minute warning. All right, we're up 7-6. Got a chance to increase our lead.
Of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical.
I feel like I can run the ball a little bit before I start worrying about having to pass and get a first down.
Feels like a win.
So you're going to have first and goal.
The Packers call time.
Finish off this drive with a touchdown. The Packers go ahead
All
and
right.
use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Mayfield, let's get this thing in.
Mayfield to throw.
Boom. Oh,
He's hit as he
didn't have enough
threw.
time.
It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Second.
Here now, second down and goal. Here's Mayfield.
Ibuka, touchdown, hauls it in. Let's go.
He's in. Emeka.
Perfect. Oh, we got the ball in the red zone again. Got all 3 timeouts, too.
Mayfield.
Let's try to score again.
First down. Now,
Irving, good move. Call time. Oh, the Packers called it. Okay, I didn't mean to spin them.
and they'll stop it just over a minute.
Okay, we got a chance to put a stranglehold on this game and score another
You see
touchdown.
so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down.
All right,
which will
Kelsey,
have an effect on this
touchdown, Travis Kelsey in the end zone. Let's go.
Touchdown.
Bravo to the Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame tight end right there in our midst. All right. Still up. The Packers did get a field goal. We're up 21-9. Still looking pretty good here.
To throw is Mayfield.
That wasn't probably the best play I could call. Out route like that. But we got a chance to kick the field goal, 41 yards.
Football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No problem. And our kicker comes through to make it a 15-point game. Packers do finally get in the end zone. But we get in the end zone again.
Okay, ready?
31-16. In the fourth quarter, it's 4th down and 3. They have to go for it here. And we make the stop. Let's go. Don't have Vita Vea today, but Jones, the trade acquisition we had from the Lions, comes up to make the play. Okay, so it's 3rd down and 4. I'm going to try to end this game right here if we can. Get a first down here. I think it's over. Godwin, come on, man. You had it. You had to come back to the ball. I mean, it's still a 2-possession game. So it's 4th and 1. We're just going to kick a field goal. I'm not going to risk going for it.
And they'll try a field goal. This will be from 56 yards away.
And McLaughlin knocks it through, so we now have an 18-point lead. This game is all but over. All right. We're going to try to cover the onside kick. They're still down 11. I'll tell you, this game had me pretty nervous, but we came in here to Green Bay, and we took care of business against our former NFC Central Division opponents. I don't know if this means if we'll be able to win the NFC South again this year, but scoring 34 points in our season finale, pretty good feeling. Red zone efficiency with Baker Mayfield was pretty good, so I feel pretty confident that we're going to be able to do something in the playoffs. All right. And we do have a wild card playoff berth. And look at who we are playing. We got to play the team that stole the division from us in the New Orleans Saints. So we're the 6th seed. We're playing the Saints. We're the 3rd seed. So we've got the Seahawks and the Giants. We've got the Packers and the Lions. And the Eagles have the number 1 seed. AFC side, Bills are the number 1 seed. We got the Bengals and the Colts, Broncos and the Chiefs, and the Texans and the Ravens. So pretty much, some of the usual suspects, but the Saints being 10-7. Let me take a look at the Saints. My guess is that they drafted a quarterback. There's no way that Tyler Shuck is their starting quarterback. There's no way. Tyler Shuck is their starting quarterback. He's now an 83 overall. Holy cow. Oh, they signed Tyler Algier. I was kind of looking at him in free agency. Is Kamara still on the team? No, he's not anymore. Must have retired. They got Antonio Williams, too, from Clemson. I drafted him in one of my rebuilds. They still have Olave. Okay, well, Tyler Shuck is their quarterback. So, surprise, surprise. We have a lot of points to spend here. All right. Spent a lot of points to be able to upgrade Todd Bowles there. All right, well, the playoffs are here. Let's get going. First, let's check the injury report. We've got no injury report, so Vita Vea is back. We're going to play the moments like we did last time. I might do that for this first season instead of playing all offense. If we get to the Super Bowl, I might do all offense. Here we are in the Superdome, made the playoffs for the second year in a row in the rebuild. We're up against our rivals. It's 2nd and inches. Go with a blitz here. This might be a risk. He just got it. But I think I made the right call. Do the best we can. Good thing Vea is back. We need him. We got a sack. Let's go, D. DJ Jones. Nice play. All right. That does not look like Kellen Moore.
Shot working from the gun.
We sacked him again? Let's go. Nice job, defense. 3rd and... they're all doing the pose. I love it. 3rd and 23 now. All right, let's go cover 4 palms here. Try to make a play, get them off the field. Get the ball back to our offense.
Here he goes, 3rd and long.
Nope, way short.
And this one does not go far.
All right. Forced a field goal attempt. We'll take it.
It's a 39-yarder from the left hash.
A 39-yard attempt.
And it's good, so the Saints are on the board first. All right. Come on, Mayfield.
Third down. Here's Mayfield.
Luka. First down. Let's go. 4th and 9. All right. 57-yard field goal. Come on, Chase. And Chase is good from 59. Let's go. Tied at 3. Saints are driving again. Just about the end of the first half. It's been a low-scoring game. It's 1st and 10, though. Man, and Olave easily almost got into the end zone. That's a 2-minute warning. They got us pretty good on that reverse end around.
For the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment.
Nope. Okay, we stopped him there.
Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Bucs 2-yard
line. Shot. Dumps it off to his running back.
Short.
Not able to make a push.
Back to the 3.
He's hit for a loss. Back to the 3.
Robert Press.
Biggest snaps of this opening round of the postseason. Here comes 3rd and
All right,
goal.
come on. Stop him one more time, guys.
Shot now from the gun.
Interception in the end zone. Let's go. Didn't even allow them to get the field goal. Who's that? Winfield who made the interception? I think it was. Heck of a play. You got 11 seconds left. Got no timeouts. Yeah. We're just going to have to try it on Mary or something.
Throw, 3rd and long.
We throw a pitch of our own. All right, at least made the stop and they didn't house that. They could have. We didn't have guys back there. All right, well, it's a whole new half. 3rd and 2. Come on, Irving. Come on, Irvine. Block for him.
3rd down, give to Irving.
Go, Irving. Oh, go, Irving, go! All the way down to the 5. Let's go. Big run there. Play action. We got a chance to finally get the lead in this game.
Inside the red zone.
Oh, come on, Godwin. Wide open. Touchdown, Chris Godwin. Let's go. Got the lead. Got the lead. Just what we needed. All right. 1st and 10. Saints trying to tie this thing up.
Here's 1st and 10.
Need a big sack from Nevaeh. Can you give it to us?
Shotgun snap to Shuck.
Oh, Shuck was very shifty and just ran by everybody. Oh, man. Got my ankles took. Okay, 3rd and 2 again. Let's go to halfback, guys. 3rd and 2.
Once again,
go, Irving. Good blocking, O-line. Good block. Good block. Move the sticks. Okay, 3rd and 7.
We're down to 1 quarter.
Oh, all right. 4th quarter, tied at 10.
We didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the 4th.
All right, tough 4th quarter coming up. Okay, it's 3rd and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long.
Abuka makes the catch. Let's go. That was a tight window, but Mayfield got it there. Wow. Nice play. Nice play. It was a risky throw, but it made it work.
From the red zone on 1st.
Do it again. I couldn't quite get the 1st down, but hey, it's inches to go. We'll take it.
Ball right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 3-yard line.
And Irving is in for a touchdown. Let's go. Third and 6 for the Saints.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Motioning the tight end now. 3rd down. Here's Shuck. He's making a bid for it.
And Shuck, you...
And Shuck's going to have him the 1st down as he's sliding.
Man, oh man. Getting cooked by Tyler Shuck. I keep forgetting he's mobile. He had some of that athleticism he showed at Texas Tech back in the day years ago, but Vea says enough of you, sir. Thank you, Vita Vea. We needed a big sack right there, and you delivered.
For the game so far, brings up 2nd down.
Best player, making big plays when we need him to. Second and 14.
Empty as they motion him outright.
Oh,
they don't get this
delay of game.
time. This is going to back him up.
Delay of game, offense.
Yep.
Everyone
2nd and 19.
And at the line, the quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
To throw.
Man.
Over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Go down to the wire. All right, they're going to run the ball here. There's no way they're not going to run the ball here.
Shuck running a sneak.
And they did, but they still got it. Just about at the 2-minute warning. We are. Okay, 2 minutes left. If they score, they'll tie it.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints down by 7. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. And he
and they scored to tie it. Fortunately, they scored kind of quickly. So hopefully that'll give us like the whole drive. Try to score.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Probably shouldn't really be running the ball here, but Bucky Irving has been pretty good on the ground, so thought, hey, let's give it a little bit of a shot.
A 6-yard pickup.
Here he is to throw.
Second and 4.
Go, Kelsey. There we go.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Clock continues winding as we approach 90 seconds to go.
Complete to number 87, Travis Kelsey.
Setting up to pass.
Okay, that did not work. I'm gonna. Oh,
Complete.
Saints called a
Negative
timeout.
move here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Right.
And we'll pause here for an injured Saints player.
We just need a
Looks like
field
he's pretty
goal, too.
shaken up. They'll get someone out to look at him. Back to throw.
Oh no! Dang it!
He's taken down.
Wow.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry
Third and
up.
6.
And it's third down.
Throwing now. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side.
I knew it was
The
going
coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force
Man.
first down. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Braden Mann will kick it away.
Now we got to play defense one more time to force overtime.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback.
They have 2
Offense in the
timeouts.
shotgun set as they line this up.
All they
First
need
and
is
10.
field goal. If you let it.
He'll look to throw it.
And we can't stop.
Nice run here past the
I
35.
tried to go with the hit stick.
Gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Man, I can't believe it.
Timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans.
The Saints. First down.
If we see you next year, Tyler Shuck, in the playoffs,
Here's Shuck.
we're gonna.
Setting up the screen.
Okay,
Into
McCollum.
space. And he gets out of bounds, gets him the first down as well, and move them in the field goal range.
Gain of 18.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
First and 10 at the
Shuck now on first down.
Oh my God! I had a chance at a sack,
Has it.
and I pulled away at the last second because I fell for the
Saints call their third
freaking handoff.
And now they're powerless.
Oh, Tyler Shuck, I hate you.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Running back sent in motion. Shuck's gonna throw here. This is
How
complete to
did-
Olave.
I thought he was throwing to the other guy.
Now the Saints hustle.
Oh my God.
They need to get set.
We just lost.
And he stops the clock here. 23 seconds to go with the spike. Second and 10. Need something positive.
They have no timeouts left.
Now a shotgun here, not to Miller. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's third down coming up.
Okay.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly,
All right.
is the equivalent of a run of 15 plus at the high school.
Probably should not have
Hard.
tried to
One game
ice him,
make
but I have no
yards.
choice.
They just got a very successful one.
I hate the fact that the clock was running.
On now is Matt Gay with a kick to decide this game.
37
From
yards.
37 yards in the right hash.
We just lost.
That one is good. And barring
So first, we let the division slip away to these guys, and we lose in the wild card round on the road to the team that stole the
As
division.
one side leaves dejected and
We got the lead, but we just couldn't produce a drive to win the game. God. And I couldn't stop Tyler Shuck running the football. Well, we got work to do. We got work to do. All right, well, let's advance through the rest of the playoffs and see what happens. Go from winning a playoff game last year to not getting past the wild card round. All right, well, let's check out the Pro Bowl roster. Baker Mayfield made the Pro Bowl. You know what? You're getting a new contract. We're going to make it happen. And Arch Manning made the Pro Bowl. Who does he play for? I'll take a look in the menu. Jeremiah Love also made the Pro Bowl. He must be, or Jordan Love, excuse me. C.J. Godwin made it. Chris Godwin. Uh, Travis Kelce made it. Wirfs made it. It looks like that's it. So we had a couple of guys make it on offense. All right. Well, let's see who gets all the way to the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl is going to be between the Eagles and the Broncos. I feel like that's a rematch of last year's Super Bowl in this timeline. And that's a look at how the playoffs played out in year 2. Check out yearly awards. The MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Baker Mayfield actually finished 6th for MVP. Okay. He continues to plead his case for needing to stay here. Todd Bowles was not in the running for Coach of the Year. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Chris Godwin actually got some votes and he finished 3rd. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody. Offensive Rookie of the Year. So Arch Manning is the starting quarterback of the Giants. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Harold Perkins Jr. Came in at 10th. Looks like Anthony Hill did not get recognized. Best QB in the NFC, Mayfield finished 2nd. Best running back, Irving actually finished 7th. Best wide receiver, Godwin finished 2nd. And best offensive lineman, Barton actually finished, I think, 7th on the list. Best defensive lineman, nobody. Best linebacker, nobody. Best DB, Antoine Winfield Jr. finished 8th. Best kicker, no one. So, yeah, I think what we really need to do is get that defense right because, like I said, the linebacking core still needs an upgrade. Like, getting Anthony Hill Jr. is going to help for the future, but we just need more around him to get that defense better. I think that's really the problem that costs us in the playoffs. We couldn't stop Tyler Shuck. I know we had a lot of injuries this year on defense, and that didn't help during the regular season when we started losing games towards the back half of the season. And I feel like we did just enough to make the postseason. Although against the Packers in the regular season finale, we looked pretty good, scoring 34 points. But it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. All right, well, let's see who wins Super Bowl between the Eagles and the Broncos in year 2. And it was the Broncos winning their 4th Super Bowl. So their first Super Bowl win since 2015. They beat the Eagles 38-21. What was last year's Super Bowl? This was a rematch of last year's Super Bowl. So last year, it was the Eagles winning. This year, the Broncos get their revenge, and the MVP is Bo Nix. And those are all the winners on the right of your screen. So the Broncos and the Eagles have owned the NFL essentially for the last 2 years. Well, okay then. Let's check out retirements. Something tells me that we've got some guys that are hanging it up. Travis Kelce did not retire. So he's going to play for another season for us. DJ Jones is retiring. But we got picks out of the trade, so I'm not too upset about that. Jimmy Garoppolo's retiring, and so is Ahkello Witherspoon, who we signed in free agency. But we actually had less retirements than I thought. Travis Kelce is still going to play. That's a little bit crazy. I did not think he was going to keep playing. Okay, so now let's go to the final week before the offseason truly begins. And now we've got to take care of some salaries. We got to start cutting contracts, basically. Got to restructure contracts. Wirfs, for $16.5 million. Thank you, sir. Winfield Jr. has 1 year left on his contract, so we can't do anything with that, but he has earned a second contract. Of course, Vita Vea is up for a new contract. We're going to take care of him. Parrish, we can't even restructure. Godkey, we We can restructure him and free up $14.5 million. At this point, we got to free up everybody we possibly can. Basically, anybody that's got multi-years can be restructured. Same thing with Ibuka. He can be restructured. All right, we'll go position by position. Can Allen be restructured? No, he can't. He's still on his rookie deal. We're not bringing back Aaron Jones Senior. He's walking. Tez Johnson, he can't be restructured. Burks, we're not bringing back. Cowing, not bringing back. Caden Davis, I think I'm just going to cut him. And I'm going to cut Cowing as well. And Cup, I'm just going to cut him. Richie be restructured? Nope. I'm going to cut this guy, Ben. Walker, I'm actually going to restructure him. I think I'm going to cut the other guy, Mohamed Kamara. You know, actually, let's restructure both of them because I want to keep guys on the roster for depth because Anthony Nelson, I think we're going to let him walk because we got Gross Matos as our starter now. Roberts can't be restructured. Hutchmacher, I'm just going to release him. Yeah, Hill can't be restructured either. So not only did Anthony Hill get better, but Perkins, you know, he's up to an 81. So we really struck gold there. So you know what? Because of that, I think I'm going to cut Singleton. Oh, no cure penalty. All right, if that's the case, I can look to I can look to possibly trade him. Parrish, still really good. Dean, McCollum. Yeah, quarterbacks are looking not too bad. Benjamin Morrison. I want to keep him, but we can restructure. Good. And Alontae Taylor. Yeah, we're going to restructure him to free up $660K. J.J. Roberts. I think I'm just going to cut him if we can. Yeah, we can. He was pretty injury prone last year too. And have Banks stay as the starter. All right. Well, I think that's the best I can do with, cutting salaries. Now we have $53 million to work with. It's going to go to Baker Mayfield. Offers perfect. Can't wait for next year. All right, Baker is back. But now we are down to only $4.6 million. So, man, we don't have enough to sign Vea. All right. God, I wish I could just Can we take a? Can we? Oh, we can accept an option. Okay, so we can accept an option for Barton. We will definitely accept that for our center. He'll get better. Yeah, we're not. We're just not gonna be able to bring back anybody. Maybe I shouldn't have spent it on Mayfield. Oh, I feel bad. I gotta find a way to keep Vea. Wait, maybe I can restructure Mayfield since even though I just signed him. Yes. $15.9 million. Okay. 21 million is all I have to work with. I don't have. Okay, so the total would cap hit. Okay. Okay, free agency. But I'm going to franchise tag you. Although we are now minus $8.9 million. So in free agency, we are totally screwed, basically, for this year. But, man, to keep Mayfield and Vea, so much had to be spent. Okay, well, let me see what I can do with... let me see if I can restructure Vea. I can. Okay, well, I think... yeah, I don't know what to think. All right, let me just take another look at who's going to be hitting the open market. Everybody. I mean, everybody's going to have to go. We basically are only going to probably be able to do the draft this offseason, and that's it. That's all we can do. It's going into free agency. We're minus 8. We can't do anything. We can't sign anybody. I think I may honestly have to trade away some players, but I don't know who to do for that. First things first, I need to look at positions that we don't have anybody at. I'm just going to have to cut Cameron Johnson. I'm just going to have to cut guys that are not going to give me any cap penalties. But at this point, I don't know how many of those are left on the roster. I mean, Bastonis, I feel like we're just going to have to cut him. I know he's a rookie, but I can't afford to keep him. Wait, can I possibly restructure Barton? I can. Okay, good. Because we accepted the 5th-year option for him. Just have to cut Bullock. Cut Marcus Banks. And JT Gray. Basically just having to cut everybody that we won't have to be dealing with, cap penalties for. As far as draft picks, we have the 21st pick. So as far as now, we're still in the hole minus 5.68 million. So we're gonna skip free agency this year. We're skipping free agency. We're gonna have to rely strictly on the draft to fill needs, and I might have to do a lot of reaching with this draft because we're in salary cap hell now. Okay. So going into the draft, scout college players. Let's see. No, let's go to mock drafts. Mock draft 5. We have the 21st pick. And Justin Williams. Sam linebacker, we absolutely need those. So you know what? If he's there, what was he? Justin Williams, yeah, from Georgia. I think that might be the pick. Because as far as needs, that we now have to just strictly worry about addressing in the draft. I mean, we'll probably just have to get a fullback when the season starts. We need a backup tight end. I mean, we need backups at basically every position on the off. Well, not every position. We need a backup right guard. We need a backup center. We need a backup left tackle as well. As far as edge rushers, we actually got enough of those. But if there's somebody better, yeah, right edge rusher, we definitely need an upgrade there. We're pretty good at defensive tackle, but if there's somebody else, Sam linebacker, yes. Middle linebacker, we need a backup. We're pretty okay there, actually, at will linebacker. We could use more corners for depth. We need a backup free safety. We need a backup strong safety. We need a kicker. We need a punter. So, all right. We're just going to have to rely on the draft to fill needs. All right. Here we go. Draft number 2. All right. 21st pick. Yep, Justin Williams is there. We're taking him. And it's an A-plus pick. Great. So we nailed the first-round pick. And here we go. Second-round pick. Jack Stockton actually looks pretty promising. We could use a backup. Sideline. Well, we could use backup, you know. We're going to go with Jack Stockton. B+. All right, first 2 picks, linebackers. Of course, we can use corner depth. We'll go with O.J. Frederique. What a name. And it's a good pick. B pick. All right. Ooh. Oh, Victor Barton from Miami. He looks pretty solid. Yes. Absolutely need a backup middle linebacker. Oh, it's a bad pick. Oh well. At least he's depth right now. We need a backup left tackle, so we're going to go with Arnold Miller from Northern Illinois. And that's another bad pick. Here we are in the 6th round. We need a backup edge rusher, so we're going to go with Ben Gutierrez. Another bad pick. We've had 3 D bad picks in a row. Doesn't make me feel too good, but we need depth in this draft. No, we need a backup tight end. We'll go with Clay Rayner from Virginia. I don't think any of these players are real. Oh, and that's the worst pick. F. Oh, man. All right, let's check out the draft recap. Hopefully those first 2 to 3 picks are not that bad. So Justin Williams is coming in at a 77. And he is automatically our starting Sam linebacker. Jack Stockton's a 72. O.J. Frederique is a 75. Okay. Victor Barton coming to 62 is not that bad. Arnold Miller's not too bad. Ben Gutierrez is actually better than both of them at edge rusher. And Clay Rayner is a 57. So, yeah. The last few picks, sure, bad. But, hey, we needed, any backups that we could find. Is Clay Rayner a real player? I don't think he is. Let me just check just to make sure. Clay Rayner. Yeah, he's not a real player. Although I don't like him wearing 17 as a tight end. I'm going to give him something else in the 80s. I'm not saying he's the heir apparent to Travis Kelce, but we're just at so much salary cap hell that we just can't afford to draft. We just can't afford to sign anybody else right now. So Rayner maybe, actually having to play a little bit this year. Yeah, Arnold Miller, pretty decent, 62 overall. Ben Gutierrez is coming in at a 65 overall, so good but not great. Give him like 90. All these guys are actually scheme fit guys, so at least I feel good that we did that. We drafted guys that fit. I think Justin Williams, though, is real. Justin Williams, Georgia. Yeah, he is a real player. Okay, there he is. He's okay, he's been like number 19 and okay. Let me look at it again. Justin Williams, Georgia, which is so currently for this season, I guess he's number 19. Okay, so he does wear 19, and he's already got 19 on. 77 overall is a pretty good starting point for him. So now we've got Anthony Hill Jr., and we also have Harold Perkins Jr. I might be able to change some of these guys' numbers now to their college numbers. Harold Perkins Jr., what's his college number? I can't really tell. Okay, this is his ESPN profile. This got to be the most accurate. He wears number 7. Well, maybe I can give him like 57 or something like that. Let's give him 57. Change up the numbers a little bit. And Anthony Hill, I know, wore number 0 at Texas, and I know that Diaby, I think, was originally wearing number 0, so I think he can wear his college number now. So let's give it to him. He deserves it. He's now a starting line. Yep, he's now our starting linebacker. He's now, looked at as really one of the captains of the defense. So he deserves to wear that number. And Victor Barton from Miami is now his backup. So we instantly got an entirely new linebacking core for this team. And Jack Stockton out of Ohio State, he's not a real player. I've drafted him before, but he's coming in at a 72. Honestly, can I move him to strong side linebacker? I feel like I just need to do that for depth reasons. Yeah, he's still rated a 72, but he's going to be the backup to Justin Williams. Okay, so that kind of helps a little bit with the depth on the other side. He might be a real player. Let's see. OJ, he is a real player from Miami. OJ Frederique Jr. He wears number 29 at Miami, it looks like. Yeah, he wears number 29. Maybe I can give him that number. Let me check the running backs. He can wear his number. Yeah. Coming in at 75 is not too bad for future corner depth that we're looking at with him. So, yeah, not too bad of a pick there. But we need to get a kicker. We still need to find a few starters and backups in free agency. But based on who we drafted, I mean, I don't know who we're going to be able to get. I still need to fill out this roster, so I still am technically not done putting the roster together somehow. Let me actually take a look and see what the salaries are looking like now. Still minus $4.72 million. So not great. I kind of wonder, Singleton was somebody that I was considering trading away and literally just trading him away for picks at this point. So can I trade him just to somebody? It actually would make things worse. So you know what? I'm just going to stay pat. But we have a roster that only has 43 players left. So let me try one more thing really quick. Let's clear cap penalties. Can't do anything else. I don't think that helped with any salary issues. All right, so we don't have cap penalties, which are not hurting us. We can't restructure anybody's contract at this point. Yeah, we can't restructure like any of the rookies. So yeah, we're just stuck in salary cap hell going into this season. This is going to be a rough season to try to get back to where we are. I mean, our ratings tell a different story, but we have no backups, and we don't even have a kicker. At this point, we can't play. We can't play. Well, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go through here and try to release players. They're not going to give us any penalties. So I'm going to release Josh Williams. Oh, to put it below the minimum roster size. Penalty. Maybe I can try to trade away Alontae Taylor. But I just don't feel like any of that's really going to help us out. I mean, our punter is basically going to have to be the kicker. At least we have a long snapper, so we can play that. What positions do we not have any players at? It's kicker. Oh, we don't have a fullback either. Well, we don't really need a fullback because we can just have Rayner, our starting tight end, play fullback. That's all we can do. So right now, fullback, we would have to put in. Oh, we'd actually put in Allen, Josh Williams. Let's put I guess Josh Williams in there. As far as kicker, I mean, we would have to basically have the punter also be the kicker. I may have to do that this season because there's nobody that I can, trade away to, make cap room or release to make cap room to be able just to sign a kicker. I mean, it's gotten that bad. Maybe I should have let Mayfield walk and save that money and try to draft a QB. But you know what? I felt like we could try to run it back one more season. But I don't know how we can run it back when we have a roster of only 43 players. We're 10 players below 53, which is really frustrating. So I'm going to wrap up the stream for now, guys. I'm probably going to have to try to figure this out off camera if I can do anything, but I don't know. But thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.